Escape from Monticello, The Virginia Mysteries, written by Stephen K. Smith, narrated by Tom Mcelroy. Chapter 1. The clanging bars echoed across cell block 8. It was nearly lights out. Soon the desperate quiet would settle in, like it did every night across the dozens of 6-by-8 concrete living quarters for those deemed unfit for regular society. Hollows Ridge was medium security, which meant that inmates had the run of the courtyard during the day, could make trips to the prison library, could work a trade in the workshop and laundry facilities, and were even escorted out along Route 10 for trash pickup every other month. It could be worse, but it wasn't good, and it was certainly not anywhere the men wanted to be. Some stayed for months, others for years or even decades. But it was never really home, for their bodies perhaps, but not their hearts. Ben was no different. He'd been busted 6 months ago for misdemeanor assault after getting picked up during a fight at Lucy's roadside tavern. A heated discussion had quickly escalated into a full-blown brawl. If it had been his first offense, Ben would have gotten off with a slap on the wrist, some community service, and a fine. But this wasn't his first offense. He'd been in and out of places like Hollows ever since he was a kid. After his mom died, and his dad gambled and drank away most of their money, Ben had been sent to live with his aunt. But she'd finally given up trying to keep him on the rails, and when he turned 12, Ben landed in juvie. You could have made a solid argument that the deck had been stacked against him, that he'd never gotten a fair shake in life. And you'd probably be right. But he also knew he'd had plenty of opportunities to make the right choices, and too often he'd settled for the easy path. Now it had taken him 3 weeks to decide to make the right choice. But all that time, something was eating at him. Probably his conscience, if he still had such a thing. So here he was, standing at the payphone outside the cell block captain's office. This was his chance to do right, even if only in a small way. This was his chance to help someone out who might need a hand. As fate would have it, Ben had been filling in for Manny on custodial duty next to the small room with stacks of books, magazines, and the 3 online terminals that composed the
Sample complete. Ready to continue?